correct.
Which you obtained in 1986, an MA in social work in 1999, and an LLB in 2005. You then have a postgraduate certificate, econometric assessments in 1999, Perspective Training College, and you're a certified Enneagram practitioner from 2023, a procedure that you refer to in this report.
That is correct.
Then could you take us through 2.2, please, your professional membership and status?
So I am registered as a social worker with the South African Council for Social Service Professions, with my registration number noted. Also a member and a member of the National Executive Board for the South African Associations for Social Worker in Private Practice. I was admitted to practice as an advocate on 21 August 2006, however never practiced, and is a non-practicing member of the National Bar Council of South Africa, and also registered as non-practicing with the Legal Practice Council. I've been appointed as a member of the 5th Professional Board for Social Work in 2022.
Those are your memberships. Can you take us through your experience, please?
So I've been practicing as a social worker since 1997. Started my career at the Kroonstad Correctional Services Facility. It was interrupted thereafter doing work at a church and family organisation. I have thereafter worked another 6 years for the Department of Correctional Services. During my department with Correctional Services, I worked with sentence offenders, and both in prison and serving community-based sentences. And with the introduction of correctional supervision as a sentencing option, I established the function rendering these reports to the court for the Wynberg and Randburg Magistrates courts at the time. I have, since my resignation from the Department of Correctional Services in 1999, continued to do pre-sentence report on a part-time capacity in my private capacity.
Then you have further additional fields of expertise, which include children's court investigations, family mediation, student supervision, and supervision of student supervisors.
That is correct, Your Worship. And then alongside the part-time private practice, I've also worked in the corporate environment where I have been trained and had extensive experience in risk management, which I found to be contributing and beneficial to my work as a social worker.
And you were employed previously by the Department of Correctional Services for 9 years.
That is correct.
And the Christian Social Council for 3 years.
That is correct, Your Worship.
And it says here you have 26 years of private practice experience, mostly in the part-time capacity.
Correct.
You've then given a list of matters in which you provide a pre-sentence report. That's on page 40, is that correct?
That is correct, Your Worship.
And then at page 41, it's an annex that you refer to in the report. And you refer to sentencing trends. Where you've had regard to particular reported and unreported cases and the convictions, circumstances, and sentences that were imposed in those various cases.
That is correct.
And that can take us through to even page 42. Is there anything else that you'd like to add in relation to the sentencing of this accused before this other report?
Nothing to add to my report, perhaps just the observation, and I think during my experience and working with the accused, his respect and the importance of respect to him was always notable. And when I look at the seating of the people, it seems like the elders...
No, I'm going to correct it. I'm sorry, you're speaking to her worship, but now there's a problem because you're talking in that direction. It's impossible to hear.
Sorry, Your Worship.
Can you just repeat? I beg your pardon if you can go back.
In the context of my experience of the importance of respect to the accused, when I just noticed the seating in the court, it seems also that the elders, which is a very important community to him, and seating was preferenced. It's just an observation, but nothing else to be added to my report.
In other words, respect for elders.
Respect in general for people, but specifically for the elders.
Finally, what would your view in relation to incarceration in these circumstances that prevail in this matter be?
I think if I can summarize the views from my report, is that when it comes to incarceration, and I haven't done the detail or add any detail about it, but the reference to the book by Cameron and et al. Deals with the circumstances in imprisonment, with the overcrowding of imprisonment, the need for can I continue? The need for reform to look at how we sentence differently, recognizing the place for imprisonment, but that there are certain matters where a custodial sentence would not necessarily be the only appropriate option, specifically where it wouldn't serve all the purposes of punishment. I think a preference would always be that imprisonment would be where prevention would be a key deterrent, a key purpose of punishment. But other than that, I think the circumstances of a case would dictate it. So when I look at this as compared to the other cases of a more serious nature, there were I couldn't find any intent that the weapon was used or obtained with the aim of committing any other offences. It was specifically for the purpose of the celebratory shots. It was in his possession for a very, very short period of time, making it very distinguishable from all the other cases where a period of imprisonment would be imposed.
Aligned to that answer, there are two aspects that come to mind. Firstly, the issue of recidivism. You have highlighted in your report the fact that since the date of the commission of this offence, there have been no other charges of any nature levelled against the accused. Are you aware of any other incidents in which he's been cited or referred to as having been in possession of a firearm illegally or firing shots in public or in an illegal manner?
For celebratory purposes?
For any purpose. Are you aware of him ever being involved subsequent to this event in the firing of any firearms thereafter?
I'm not aware of any other cases being brought against the accused.
And then, finally, you've said it in your report, but I think it's something that requires highlighting. Were you, in your research, able to find any cases that dealt with the discharge of firearms in public areas in celebratory events, be it one of a funeral and or an engagement or anniversary of some sort or birthday? Were there any cases dealing with sentencing in those circumstances?
I couldn't find any cases dealing with a person being accused or sentenced or any challenges of sentences or convictions in this regard. I have, however, seen warnings in the press where people are often warned about the risks and the seriousness about it, asking people not at New Year's, at celebrations, to do that. I also picked up an article indicating that at the funeral of the late Winnie Madikizela Mandela, afterwards there were shots fired from her home in a celebratory context. I'm not sure if anyone was arrested in that regard. I haven't found any information to that extent.
Oh, thank you, Madam. I have no further questions. Thank you.
I'm very tempted to start with my cross-examination. mitigation, but I don't know, lost a few pages where the witness has testified, just for the sake of thoroughness and completeness, because I did get the report only this morning, to go through it again to ensure that I haven't missed anything regarding this particular report, because the witness did testify quite fast. Thank you. I need an adjournment. If I can, I don't want to say 15 minutes for the pages. It is a huge document. We also didn't have the tea break. If you can make it a little bit longer, maybe by 20 minutes, Your Worship.
And then will you also inform me will there be a lunch adjournment after we return so that we can, you can't say no and say
No, I'm just looking at them, Your Worship. I'm trying to show them. Yes, I'm just trying to show.
Okay, just keep that in mind. Will you just please, since I'm not close, I don't want to be there, that a message be sent to me, please.
Yes, Your Worship. I might be ready even quicker than that. I just need to be certain.
So then I'll end the court at 12:15. If you are not ready, or you want to end the
Yeah, by 12:15, Your Worship. If I'm ready before that, I will have Your Worship call.
Since you also said there was no adjournment and court staff did not have, let me enter at 12:10. If it's sooner, just send me a message.
Thank you, Your Worship.
If you're not ready, I'll enter and we will complete the in order.
Yes, Your Worship. Thank you, Your Worship.